Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin just played out an attempted price squeeze as we're now trying to move closer towards massive liquidity building above the price of Bitcoin. But in the immediate short term, we've now been stopped by this exact level of resistance based on this previous rejection, this previous high in the price of Bitcoin. So while we're currently rejecting now in the short term, we actually have new liquidity, both building to the downside and also still building to the upside. So I'll be talking about exactly what this means for Bitcoin moving forward, with the next Bitcoin move about to happen very soon right now, while the price of XRP is also following similar price action, perfectly rejecting from the same resistance based on this previous high back here, while the price of Solana, despite the latest short-term pump, is now flashing a new warning signal in the immediate short term. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin and crypto charts today, taking a quick look at the US stock market today. This is the S&P 500 index on the 4-hour time frame, and I'm recording this video basically just before the stock market's about to open. So we're currently in the pre-market trading for the trading day, and right now in the pre-market trading, the stock market is still holding pretty much exactly at all-time record highs. We're not really seeing any decent pullback right now. Obviously, we're still forming a potential bearish divergence. We still clearly have higher highs in the price, and at least for now, we're still forming lower highs in the 4-hour RSI for the S&P 500 index. So keep that in mind. Still bearish divergence forming, which if we see a bit more confirmation in the coming days or over the next week, this could result in some sort of cool off, not necessarily a huge crash, not necessarily a reversal out of the bullish trend, maybe just a bit of a short-term break before ultimately continuing the bullish trend later on. So that's just something that we need to keep in mind, maybe within the next week or so. If we see a bit more confirmation here, obviously we're still forming the lower highs in the RSI, so it's still something to pay attention to. But at least for now, in terms of the trends, the overall price structure, clearly we're still bullish, with the US stock market once again still sitting at pretty much exactly all-time record highs. This is also, relatively speaking, good news for Bitcoin and crypto. And so in other words, it will be difficult to see a major bearish movement in Bitcoin and the crypto market if the stock market is still holding up pretty strong here, still sitting at close to all-time highs. If you're expecting a major bearish movement in Bitcoin and crypto, we basically need to see at least some sort of cool off start actually playing out in the US stock market, maybe some sort of pullback, for example, that would increase the probability of a decent bearish move actually playing out in Bitcoin and crypto. Until then, while the stock market is still holding up really strong here, still sitting at all-time highs, the only bearish price action we'll likely see for Bitcoin and crypto are only just shorter term bearish moves during this bullish trend. So keep that in mind throughout the video. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today, obviously the weekly time frame, not much changed over the last 1 day, so I'll keep this quick. Obviously still playing out this oversold signal in the weekly Bitcoin RSI, but on the 3-day time frame, it's quite clear that, especially ever since we broke out above 76,000, obviously the trend, at least for now, is currently bullish. Remember, it's not going to be a straight line. We can see little pullbacks and setbacks and slowdowns and things like that along the way in the short term, but that is during the bullish trend. Overall, the price structure and the trend, at least for now, still technically bullish, especially while we're still holding above this area in between 72,000 to 76,000. And the next massive resistance to watch out for is still sitting at around $86,000 per Bitcoin. And if we're taking a look at the very short-term moves, looking at the 4-hour Bitcoin price chart, obviously over the last couple of days, in fact, basically for the weekend, for the most part, we've been seeing a perfect bounce from this support as predicted, which this support is still sitting at around 79.3K. But obviously, even though we've bounced from this level of support, we have not seen a significant amount of bullish momentum pumping massively towards the upside, just a slight bullish relief, which is exactly what I've been talking about over the last 3 to 4 days now on the channel. But despite the fact that we've obviously bounced from this point of support and we're clearly still within a bullish trend on the 4-hour Bitcoin price chart, despite that being the case, of course, we have just run into another point of resistance in the short term, which is a level that I actually warned about in my last video based on this previous high, sitting at around 82,500. So around 82.4K to 82.6K, especially around that 82.5K level, exactly 82,500. Once again, we have strong resistance around there, simply based on this previous high and a previous rejection from this same level, which we've just now rejected again from that level a matter of hours ago over the last one day. And potentially a couple of reasons as to why we saw this slight move up and then a rejection from this resistance and then a move down, and right now potentially the price stabilizing a little bit, is due to the fact that that is where the liquidity has been sitting at. Obviously, I mentioned in my last video that we have both liquidity towards the upside and to the downside now, which means that's kind of trying to pull the price in both directions, is exactly what I said in my last video. And that's exactly what's now played out. We've kind of been pulled in both directions, first to the upside and then to the downside, but overall remaining somewhat neutral in a bit of a sideways price range, as we can see. And at least for now, that is still the case. In the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, looking at the last 1 week worth of price action, obviously previously, roughly half a week ago, we perfectly took out this downside liquidity. But then since then, once again, we've built more liquidity both to the downside and to the upside, especially right now. We have a lot of liquidity at roughly around 83,000 and also a lot of liquidity at just above 79,000, around 79.1 to 79.2k. But obviously, just before we can potentially hit that 79k level, once again, we have this support level at around 79.3k. And also just before we could potentially hit that upside liquidity at close to 83,000, remember, we have a lot of resistance at around 82.5k. So it's likely the price in the coming days could potentially be drawn towards both of these levels of liquidity, both towards the downside and towards the upside, but potentially being stopped by either support or resistance, potentially playing out somewhat similar price action to what we just saw over the last 1 day, where we're kind of moving both towards the upside or to the downside, basically within a bit of a range, being drawn towards both directions right now. And that will likely be the case over the coming days, over the coming hours or so, just in the short term. But remember, while the stock market is still holding pretty strong here, close to all-time highs, it's unlikely this could result in a huge crash all the way back down for Bitcoin. It's actually much more likely that we'll ultimately at some stage continue this bullish trend after we first see maybe some price action like this, for example, in the short term, try to move towards both of these levels of liquidity. It's likely that ultimately, once again, we'll see a continuation of the bullish trend maybe within the next couple of days, if of course the stock market keeps holding strong here. If this continues to hold it close to all-time highs, or especially if it makes new all-time highs, expect as a very likely scenario within the coming days, maybe within the next week or so, the price to ultimately attempt another breakout above these highs at 82.5k and move closer towards that 86k level, once again, if the stock market holds pretty well here. And so that is still the overall trend and my overall expectations for the next week or maybe a couple of weeks, for example, continuing more towards the bullish direction. It's just worth being aware of the immediate short-term moves. Obviously, don't be fooled by little moves like this. It's very normal to see that, especially if we have liquidity, for example, towards the downside, where that could try to pull the price in the short term slightly towards the downside before potentially bouncing closer towards support. And so basically just expect a bit of short-term volatility in the immediate short term, like what we've just seen, but overall remaining in the bullish trend is basically my exact prediction right now in the shorter term and in the coming days or weeks here. And of course, the key levels and price targets to watch out for moving forward. And obviously, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any crypto, get set up ready to go on a crypto exchange using the links below this video. So those exchanges in the description and in the pinned comment, if you want to take advantage of extra bonuses and fee discounts that you can claim using those links. So if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, might as well take advantage of those extra bonuses using the links below the video. But with that being said, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart on the daily time frame, and right now the Bitcoin dominance is still holding around this area right here, still sitting in between around 60.5% to 61%, which is basically just telling us, at least in the immediate short term, a lot of the altcoins on average, especially the larger altcoins, will likely just perform very similar to what Bitcoin does. So obviously with that little pump and dump over the last 1 day, but potentially overall remaining in the bullish trend, we'll likely see something similar for a lot of the altcoins is what this is telling us right now. And if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, right now the price of ETH is still struggling in this massive area of resistance, especially on the top side of this resistance, obviously still sitting at around 2.4k, acting as strong resistance for the price of ETH. And if we're taking a look at the short-term moves on the 4-hour time frame, obviously a matter of hours ago over the last 1 day, obviously we saw a very similar movement in the price of ETH as to what we saw for Bitcoin. Once again, a lot of these altcoins like Ethereum will likely follow very similar price action to what Bitcoin does here in the short term. And so considering what I just said is likely going to play out for Bitcoin moving forward, a bit of short-term volatility, but overall remaining in the bullish trend, we'll likely see something similar to that for Ethereum, potentially a bit more volatility like this, and then overall trying to drift towards the upside within the coming days or over the next week or so. Once again, if that stock market holds up relatively well, which so far it is doing. And as for support and resistance, we do have a bit of short-term support at around 23.20, but below that, honestly, the next important level of support is sitting at around 22.60 to 22.70. And as for resistance, we have a small amount of resistance based on this little high just here at around 23.70. But honestly, the next very important resistance is sitting closer towards around 2.4K and even slightly above 2.4K, around 24.10, for example, as a strong level of resistance to watch out for the price of Ethereum. And if we're taking a look at XRP on the weekly time frame over the last 1 day, not a lot has changed on this time frame. So we've not yet fully confirmed the reversal out of this larger bearish trend, but in the shorter term relative to this time frame, we're still holding this massive level of support here at around $1.30. And if we're taking a look at the shorter term moves for the price of XRP, looking at the 4-hour XRP price chart, obviously over the last 1 day, once again, we saw a very similar movement to Bitcoin, a bit of a pump and dump just in the immediate short term here. And even though, yes, the price of XRP did break out above this area of resistance, which was sitting in between around $1.45 to $1.47, obviously since then we've come back down to actually retest and even potentially start to break back below the area, but we're still kind of hanging on to that $1.45 level as recording this video. But of course, we also ran into a bit of resistance here based on this previous high, this previous rejection that we saw around middle of April, around 17th of April, and that was sitting at around $1.49. So obviously we do have a decent amount of resistance at $1.49 based on this previous high, and especially also based on this local high as of recording this video at around $1.49. And of course, we also hit overbought in the 4-hour XRP RSI, which is another short-term signal telling us that we've kind of gone too far to the upside too quickly, and we're likely going to need some sort of pullback or at least a bit of a cool off, a break from the bullish price action to reset out of overbought, which is what we saw last time and the time before that. Once again, overbought just means we're going too far to the upside too quickly and we need some time to cool off. So this is very normal price action to see after a decent bullish movement. But once again, overall, the trend, at least for now, is currently more bullish than it is bearish. Remember, it's not going to be a straight line. We can see little pullbacks along the way, but overall, potentially in the coming days or over the next week or so, I do expect the price to generally try to drift towards the upside here to see continued tests of these points of resistance. And if we're taking a look at the price of Solana on the 3-day time frame, right now, obviously, we've not yet fully confirmed the reversal out of this larger bearish trend, but we're still testing this major area of resistance here, still sitting in between $95 to $105. So obviously continue to expect the price to struggle a lot and possibly even reject again from within this area in between 95 to 105 right now. And if we're taking a look at the shorter term moves on the 4-hour time frame, once again, Solana followed very similar price action to Bitcoin over the last 1 day. First of all, a pump towards that upside liquidity in the case of Bitcoin, and then of course a rejection from resistance. Right now, once again, same sort of thing for Solana. First of all, a pump, and then a bit of a short-term rejection. And right now, obviously, we're still holding up relatively okay, considering everything I've been saying throughout the video, especially with the stock market holding at all-time highs, which is good for Bitcoin and crypto, Solana included. So it's unlikely we'll see a massive crash right now, really, in any major crypto right now. Obviously, there's always outliers. There's some altcoins here and there that are underperforming or outperforming, but on average, a lot of these altcoins and really a lot of the market right now, Bitcoin, for example, will likely hold up relatively okay, maybe have the occasional little cool off, but hold up relatively okay and likely remain overall more in a bullish trend than a bearish trend, while we're seeing the stock market holding up okay right now. But over the last 1 day, with the price of Solana obviously pushing higher above this previous high, yes, that's created a higher high in the price of Solana, but in the RSI, at least compared to this previous high back here, we have not yet fully confirmed a breakout. Obviously, compared to this previous high just here, we have created a higher high. So of course, between these two highs, we do not have a bearish divergence, but between these two highs, we do technically still have a potential bearish divergence, which is just now starting to confirm again, which could result in maybe a slight little cool off, which is kind of like what I said earlier in the video for Bitcoin. We could see perhaps a little bit of volatility, maybe some choppy sideways price action before ultimately trying to continue towards the upside later on in the coming days or over the next week or so. Once again, we could likely see something similar for Solana, kind of just consolidating a little bit, cooling off a little bit from the bullish price action, trying to play out this bearish divergence here, but ultimately remaining in the bullish trend. Remember, a bearish divergence is not necessarily a trend reversal signal. We can just see a bit of a slowdown in the short term before ultimately a continued move higher. And if we're taking a look at the price of Chainlink on the 3-day time frame, as I've already been talking about over the last 2 days now, we have officially confirmed a breakout in the price of Chainlink on the 3-day time frame above this significant level of resistance, which was sitting at around $10. So obviously this is a massive change in the price structure, at least in the shorter term relative to the 3-day time frame, a massive change in the price structure from the last couple of months looking relatively neutral, and now obviously starting to finally trend back in the bullish direction after a very long time of trending more in the bearish direction. And so I would now expect a lot of support in between $9.50 to $10 if the price were to see a bit of a pullback and retest that area. And as for the next major resistance to watch out for, or price target to watch out for, that's sitting at closer towards $12, which, in case you're wondering, from the current price as of recording this video towards $12, that's still about a 14% move towards the upside with no leverage. But as I mentioned in my last video, personally in my situation, I'd like to wait for potentially some sort of little retest like this closer towards $10 to maybe enter a long position, for example, to trade towards $12. As always, not financial advice. I'm just letting you know what I'd potentially be looking at doing if we see some sort of retest. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm saying if that happens, I'd potentially take advantage of that opportunity. Once again, not financial advice. And so overall, those are my exact trading strategies, price targets, and predictions moving forward in the short term, mid-term, longer term, the current trends that we're seeing right now. And of course, once again, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, check out the links below this video to those crypto exchanges. If you want to take advantage of extra bonuses, fee discounts, etc., that you can claim using those links. So once again, if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check it out. Once again, links below the video in the description and in the pinned comment to those crypto exchanges. And if you want to actually know how you can trade these moves, no matter what direction the price goes, to profit at all times in the market, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen, because the video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.